Hey family, welcome back to another video, the T on MPD and relationships. I have missed you all. Yes, y'all. Listen, thank you all so much to our new subscribers and new family members. Welcome to my tribe and family at large. Welcome back to another video. Amen. All right, listen, y'all know that. Thank you all so much for your patience. Let me say that this past week was tough for me. It was, listen, spring is here and I'm going to tell you, I still have a little bit of a stuffy. No, well, not really stuffy. It's kind of just runny now, but the spring allergies and everything like that. Oh my goodness, y'all. Anyway, let's move forward. Yes. But listen, y'all, y'all know Thursday nights are our Thursday night live streams, okay? And we go live every Thursday here on the channel at 5 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. And of course, y'all know the goal of the day every time we drop a video is 1.2K plus, okay? If you're rocks with your girl, y'all hit that like button. All right, so let's jump into the topic of this video. This is the secret to the narcissist abuse, okay? Here's the secret, and I'm going to let y'all in on something because once you find out what the secret is, you'll be able to understand why you stayed so long. You'll be able to also understand how they were actually able to do the damage that they were able to do, but basically what you're dealing with when you're dealing with a narcissist, you're dealing with a person that is emotionally immature. Okay. So they look like an adult. They are in an adult body, but they actually, what they are grown children. Now, if those of you that have children like myself, you know that because children are emotionally immature, the way that they communicate with us is through their emotion. Okay. A lot of times kids can't just really sit down and tell you, especially when they're younger. They can't just really sit down and tell you what's going on with them, how they're feeling. But a lot of times, how they are feeling through their emotion. They'll break down crying, falling all out, whatever they do. Okay. So it's the same concept. See, what y'all got to understand is, listen, when you are dealing with a person that doesn't have a frontal lobe, I said it, that doesn't have the ability to think with common sense because there is a lack thereof of it. I said it. I did. You are going to always deal with a person that is going to try to manipulate you through emotion. Okay. Now, and a lot of times I get this question, but I don't understand why. How could I let this person do that to me? How could I? Well, first of all, I'm going to tell y'all something. That narcissist, people don't understand. When you are going through narcissistic abuse, it's very hard for you to explain. Because the reason why it's very hard for you to explain sometimes and for people to understand is because most people are not privy or they don't understand folks trying to always push your buttons and keep you in an emotional state of mind. Most people, normal people, don't operate that way. This is the way that narcissists operate. So when you're trying to deal with these birds, you're trying to deal with them from a space and a place of common sense and understanding, and that doesn't compute with them. And then the way that they deal with you is they turn around and push your buttons and cause you to be emotional. And then you're like, what is going on here? This is crazy. Like, who does that? Exactly. So in the end, and this is what the narcissist doesn't want you to see. You understand what I'm saying? This is why when you get with them, they start in. I'm going to tell y'all something. Y'all going to probably testify in the comment section when y'all got with that narcissist. And they started, the first thing that they did was they told you this horrible story You know what I'm saying? They told you this horrible story about something that they had gone through, because they, especially the covert ones, they got to be the victim. You know what I'm saying? It's got to be a whole victim situation. So y'all didn't recognize that when they were talking to you and they were giving you all of these stories that, things that had happened to them, you didn't realize that what they were doing was they were doing an empathy check. You didn't realize that. You were just sitting there thinking like, okay, I'm just talking to, we're just talking. We're having conversation. You didn't realize what they were doing were they were actually sitting there checking to see how you responded to these things that they were telling you. Now, some of it was half truths and whole lies. So if it's a half truth, it's actually a lie. It's not really true. You see what I'm saying? So they were checking to see that. Now they have to do that because they have to be able to know where your pressure points lie and what is actually going to trigger you into that is emotional state of mind. Now they run several tests like this, but this is how they get in and they're actually able to abuse you the way that they do. Because see, if you don't let them, if they can't access that emotional side of you, if they are not able to get in and to really be able to control that piece of you, then the narcissist cannot abuse you. You understand what I'm saying? Because they know that they don't have anything to bring to the table. They know that there's some whole birds. They know that you are going to one day find out how horrible they are. But what their main goal is to extract as much as they can from you and to take you down as quickly as possible before you realize that they had nothing to offer in the beginning. Come on here, somebody. This is a cold game. It's a cold game. I need y'all to hit that like button, family. Seriously. That's what they do. This is the secret. This is the secret. And this is why. See, this is why everything has to move it has to move at record speed. And the narcissist during the love bomb, they open you up during that love bomb. They open you up to where, y'all could drive I told you, that nose be so wide open, you could drive a freight train, a couple cruise ships and some buses through that bad boy. The relationship the addiction ship is moving so fast. It's like a freight train coming down the tracks with no brakes on. I'm telling you, they have to do it this way. They got to keep you caught up in that emotion so they can abuse you. And see, what happens is they know that once they get into what I like to call the proximity of intimacy, that emotional space, this is where the soul ties are created. You understand what I'm saying? This is what actually helps to form that trauma bond. They got to attach to your emotion. Because as long as they attach to your emotion, you're not going to be able to just walk away from it that easily. You know what I'm saying? Because most of us want to make sense out of something that we've been through. Okay. Most of us want to make sense out of it. Most of us are not going to leave until we have a complete understanding of that. But how can you make sense out of a senseless situation? I'll wait. Exactly. You can't make sense out of it. You can't make sense out of it. And this is the resolve that we have to actually come to as the more intelligent person in this thing, is that when you can't make sense out of a situation, you can't wrap your head around crazy without becoming crazy. You cannot wrap your head around crazy without becoming crazy. And this is essentially what the narcissist wants to do. They want to drive you crazy so they can continue. So what happens is that if they are successful in driving you crazy, then guess what? You become dependent on the narcissist. See, the narcissist was already dependent on you. But the whole game is to make you feel like you actually need them when it's actually the other way around. But the only way that they're successful at abusing you the way that they do is because they have to be able to control and manipulate your emotions. This is why they would go and, like I told you, that tear up stuff in the house, start an argument over nothing, going, messing around, abusing the dog, the kids, doing stuff with the bank account. They know they don't. All of this stuff that they do is to get all of the stuff that they do is to get an emotional rise out of you. The narcissist is not going to be able to stay with you that long if they cannot keep you emotional. And then on top of that, they feed off of the emotion. Okay. They feed off of that energy. So they have to have it. I'm telling you, y'all, it is a complete circus. It's a complete circus. And see, this is what the narcissist doesn't want you to know. Anytime somebody is always wanting to keep you messed up, tied up in emotion, always crying, either you're crying or you're angry, or you're super happy or you're super sad. That right there is all you're seeing. If you could see the chemical levels in your brain, you see them going up and down, up and down, up and down, or overload of dopamine. Then, then you have that fit. Listen, that's abuse, y'all. That's abuse. Your whole entire existence is being abused. How in the world are you going to maintain a stable state of mind when all of these different chemicals are being charged at once? Then they get nothing. Then overcharged here. Then it's nothing. That's abuse. That is abuse. And that is what goes into the trauma bond. And that is how they're able to keep you in that abusive cesspool of an addictionship for all of these years. I said it, some birds. I'm telling you, straight up hell-mented frogs, because they don't possess the ability to have a relationship, even a deep conversation with you. They don't possess that ability. And as long as they can keep you upset, super happy about something, super sad about something, see, what you're doing is you're always trying to get back to the person that you met in the beginning, when they were overloading you with the compliments and they love you so much. A narcissist doesn't love you. I had somebody email me and ask me about, I guess they're new to the community. Can a narcissist love you? No. A person that can't love themselves can never love you. Matter of fact, a narcissist actually loathe themselves. They hate themselves. How is somebody gonna, and I do realize we have new people coming in. So I do want to make sure that we understand that no, these people don't love you. They like what you do for them, but there's not an ounce of love in them. You're dealing with a whole demon. That is not the nature of a demon, is to love you. I mean, let's just be all the way 100 about it. So I just want, when you understand and you can take it for what it is, you will be able to recognize what's happening. But this right here is the secret that they don't want y'all to know. They don't want you to know that they don't have any control over you outside of your emotion. They have to be able to control that in order for you to continue to let them abuse you. If you snatch that emotional punch card away from them, baby, they ain't gotta listen. They don't have a dog in the fight, because they don't know how to operate. They don't know how to work with your logic. They don't know how to work with your common sense. They can't get down with that because that's not who they are. You see what I'm saying? A demon has to play on your insecurities, your immaturity, and your ignorance. But the two primary ones is your immaturity and your ignorance. The enemy has to have you in that type of place. And see, when you're operating from a place of emotion, that's going back to like the child in you. You know what I'm saying? And that's what the narcissist comes to do. They come to activate and date the child in you. This is what they want, and I gotta tell y'all this because y'all don't understand. You gotta understand why are they able to do what they do? This is why. This is why. So, family, I wanted to put this out here for you all because I want you to be strong as you're healing and you're understanding what happened to you, so you never go back to this situation ever. You know what I'm saying? Like, not ever. This is not for you. You know, once you grow past this and the knowledge changes you, because once you figure out what's going on, you ain't going back. You won't be going back. You see what I'm saying? So family, I wanted to get this out here for you all. I love you all. Thank you so much for your patience. Y'all make sure y'all like and share the video. And I will see you all on the next video, family. And I will see you all at the top. Shalom. Peace.